Yeah, I am at the. Uh-oh. Where am I? And we are live. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday's edition because we are doing a makeup. Let's talk autism live. So we apologize about Sunday, but for those of you who don't know, usually every Sunday we come on with an open discussion. Let's talk autism. My granddaughter. For Let's Talk Autism live session. And what this is all about is parents helping parents. You have a question, an issue, and we just throw it in the pot, which is the chat. And Linda and I are parents just like you guys. So we help each other out in the chat and discussion. So for those of you who don't know me, I am one of the admins at this wonderful establishment that we call Autism in Us. I'm Nita.
And I'm Linda. I'm the other admin. Hello. Welcome, everyone.
Share. And feel free if you are on the main page to make sure you share this live. I got to share it a few places. I should have been doing that in the beginning, but let me do that now. Hope everybody is doing okay. How are we in this?
How is everybody? Yeah, in this crazy time.
Yes, very.
Hey, Veronica and Shimei and Steve, Terry Ann, Tammy. Hey, Tom. Oof. That one.
Okay. Don't mind me, you guys. I'm sharing the live in a couple places. So give me a second.
Tom says, focusing on family. Yeah, this is the time, yeah. Even more so than normal, right?
Right.
Lots of things going on.
Too many things going on. And once again, if you have the capability of sharing, because we want to reach as many people as we can, please share. We very much appreciate it. I am sharing to the group right now. That's why my attention is a little off here.
Hey, Eleanor. And so, Tom, what does your how many kids do you have? Tom says yes. He agreed with the times and needing to do things a little bit more invested. I mean, you have to be more invested now, even if you thought you were the most before. Like, I'm sure all of us did, and now we're watching things we didn't even know we had to watch for. Like I had to pack an emergency bag for Emily, and which I should have done anyways for earthquake, hazard, and things like that. But I actually packed one the other night for her.
Okay, one more place. I didn't realize we had so many groups.
Right? Oh, he has a son.
Okay.
Oh, the reason why I'm saying this, Tom, is because you're in the watch party, so there's other places that people are watching this from.
Hey, Veronica.
My daughter has ADHD. She just passed 3rd grade, 6 A's and 1 B. Congratulations.
Hey, RS.
Hey, Nicole. Nicole says hi, Nita.
Hi, Nicole. Hey,
Yes, a medic
Tammy.
bag is great. Yeah, we
My
had to
son.
cover the things that I knew that she would need. I was like, okay, come on, we have to do this now.
Is it Shamay Andrews? Your son has autism? Okay. Welcome. Welcome. Well, this is open discussion. So that's what we're here to talk about. All right, it says Linda, what up?
I know, I saw that. It was like he's not right there in that other room right
Right.
there. Veronica asked me what I put in Emily's bag. I put, I think, 2 days worth of clothes, and then the toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, the bare essentials, and then her medications that she takes. So I had to make sure, basically, like I said, the basics, bare essentials.
I'm sharing it on my page.
Because lots of our kids that are on medications, those medications stopped abruptly could be hazardous.
Terry Ann says, my son Christopher has autism. Welcome, Terry Ann. Hey, RS. Hey,
Hey,
Cindy.
Cindy. Yeah, I
Cindy
was trying to
says,
think of. Oh,
oh,
go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to tell Tom. Yeah, I was trying to think of the things that we normally do, and those were the basics that we really needed. So, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Cindy says, I absolutely love that you all do this. I belong to a few other groups and they don't do anything like this. Thank you. You are so welcome.
You're
Welcome.
welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Mhm.
We're
We always want
hoping that it
to.
catches on.
Yes, we always want to stay like you guys know who we are.
Hmm.
And you
Hmm.
guys see our face and see us around, see us talking, and we're one of you guys, and that's what the group's about.
Terry Ann says, my stepdaughter has ADHD and she just passed third
Yeah,
grade.
that's one.
Oh, okay. That's the one you read. All
Yeah,
right.
congratulations.
Awesome. And you read that one.
Hmm.
Today, Eddie fell asleep 30 minutes into his online Zoom speech session. His teacher and I were cracking up because he was active and cooperative, and then boom, he fell asleep. He was tired.
You know what? That goes to show. That's probably how DeAndre falls asleep too, huh? He doesn't like just calm down for a while. He would just fall out, huh? That's that energy.
Boom.
Hmm. Hey, James.
Mm. Terry Ann says, thank you, ladies. My son was 2 when he got autism, and he didn't have him for 2 years, and he learned to control himself. Well, awesome.
And Barbara says, it's great to know that we're not alone. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah, and yeah, this has gotten so much bigger than I ever imagined, and there's so many things that I can relate to that that's posted on this page that I felt like, oh my goodness, nobody knows. This is just me. Even if somebody said, oh, I have somebody who's on the spectrum, it still didn't feel like it was the same
Right.
until I start reading the post daily, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, yeah, we're going through this. We're all going through our own journey, but the same, it feels more similar now. I feel like I have other people now.
Hey, Christy from Louisiana. Thank you, Cindy. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Brandy.
Hey, Brandy.
Ariane says, I have been to a lot of autism people and support group, and I like you guys. Oh, thank
Thank you.
you. We love to hear things like
Thank you.
that. So I didn't have it. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking you had it mixed up there, but okay, I got you. I am from Kashmir, India, and here we don't have schools. Oh,
Oh.
wow. What what do they do as far as therapy or treating autism
Or
um
education. Hmm.
education? Yes. Zinette, I hope I'm saying that right. Zinate, Zinat, I mean, Tyrion. Oh, I love you too. Oh,
And we love
but
having you too,
Veronica, did you
Veronica.
get your invite, the information of the discussions and more group? Make sure you know.
Oh, and Pam got in. I forgot to tell you
Okay.
that. Hey,
Yeah, I
Pam.
see that. Hey,
I found out
Pam.
right before this. Hey, Peggy Pogue. Hey, Peggy Pogue from Phoenix City, Alabama. Uh,
There wasn't stuff out there years before now, so I am happy that you ladies are out there. Awesome. Awesome. Yes, we're trying to make this let's talk, and autism and us is gonna be a movement. No.
Okay, so Beth says, my grandson, 4 years old, is autistic, nonverbal, but talking more and more. I've had him 10 hours a day from birth, did all his home therapy, now take him to his ABA center and pick him up. It's hard because my daughter doesn't seem to take any of the advice seriously, constantly reminds me that they are the parents. They have him on average 2 hours till bed. I quit my job when he was born to have him all day. Wish I could find a way to better communicate with his mom and my daughter. That is hard, because I guess it has to actually get to a point where the parent is advocating like you are. So it's hard because, like in this group, we have all kind of situations, but we have grandparents who are actually raising their grandkids, so they have more say. But it can get difficult in your situation where you're caring for them all the time, but you're actually not raising them. So your hands are tied, but you know what he needs, and you're seeing that. Yeah, that can maybe it's going to take a little bit more time and acceptance for her uh, to let you do those things.
Yeah, time. Time. Oh, and Zanette, you're saying yes, they do have educational program. Monica, chat. Sunday was rough without this lovely chat. So happy we are here today. Yes, me too. I am happy. I am happy. Now, again, we do apologize. Um, anyone's kiddo getting services of any kind yet? And when you say services, what do you mean, Cindy? And yet, what type of services are you? Therapy or school for online school?
Uh, okay, so Georgia says, how do you explain to your 13-year old son about what's going on in a world in in the world, and to get him to understand that some people might not like him because of the color of his skin, but not all people are bad. And I can't see the profile picture, so I'm not gonna. Yeah, I can't see. It's too small, but so what I'm saying is this goes for any race. Is what I'm pointing out. The thing is that I for the most part, it's more important that you teach him to be proud of who he is, because you can't change what other people are going to feel and think, but you teach him accordingly to who he is. And that's what I think is the most important. And of course, it's not all at one time, but gradually, as you're teaching him about himself, these things, it will get to a level when the next thing you tell him is, there'll be some issues here, or you might, come across this, as things progress in his age. Because is he 13 and is he in public school? And is he mainstreamed? Is he high functioning, lower functioning?
Now I'm gonna say also, because I do understand we had that little conversation in the group, and I have the same fear as most because my son, all of us here have the fear of autism against the world, against our children. But then there's that black with autism thing. So we have to constantly talk to the world around us. And I would say it's really important for parents for the autism, that's the important thing, to keep talking about it. Because if you're silent, the world around you is always going to be against your child. We worry about the police, we worry about kids bullying our children. So we have to keep educating the communities around us. And that's one thing that we want to do. And I'm talking about autism as a whole, is educating our community, parents getting together and trying to educate the people around us. Because I know there are a lot of people that still don't know anything about autism. They look at you, you say autism, and they be like, what is that? You
Mm-hmm.
know, so if they see someone in the street and their first thought is, that person is crazy. They got a problem. Get away from me. And they don't
Mm-hmm.
understand there could be, something going on there. So yeah, keep talking. Keep talking, not only to your child, but to people that are close to you.
Okay, and yeah, and she is, like I said, this, I was saying it to the point that same thing, any race, but yeah, of course, there's different things, different people have different things. But I wanted to make sure, because that conversation did come up in the group earlier this week. Of course.
My brain belongs to distant learning for a few more days, and then yes, I have my son's eighth. Oh, my baby is gonna be graduating eighth grade. His eighth grade ceremony by Zoom. Anyway, will be next week. So
That is
1 more week.
that I was talking
Yeah.
about that when you told me what you told
Mhm.
me beginning of this week or something,
Yeah.
or last week. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I was telling Steve that I was like, oh, I said, what? It's by Zoom. He just said, because there's certain, the eighth graders, the kindergartners,
Mhm.
uh the seniors. So I said, oh, DeAndre got caught in that because well, Emily was
Mhm.
last year, yeah. So Emily was off by a year, and I was thinking that before you told me that, because I totally forgot that it was this year, even though I knew he was going to high school.
Mhm.
You know what I was thinking?
Yeah.
Um, she says he's 13. He's 10. He's 13, but he has the mind of a 10-year-old, and he's in public school. I try to educate people every day with something new about autism, is what she says next. Yep.
Keep talking. My
Mm-hmm.
son is 13 and has the mind of a 5-year-old. So I understand. Don't stop talking.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. We have school for kids with special needs, but some aren't that great. So, but my son is in public school. Okay. Yeah, we have.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do with my son now, is to get him in a public school, but a school that's, they call them exceptional students here. So we're trying to get him in an exceptional school here instead of going to, the regular mainstream
Mm-hmm.
public school.
It looks like a really good school too. You guys have so many different. I like that. I don't know if you want to call them extracurricular or they're like electives, right? And then
Mhm.
certain things you could do more of. Yeah,
And it's
you can
smaller. It's only
join.
200 students.
Oh
So
my
that's,
goodness!
yeah. So
And
I'm
it's his
crossing
peers.
my fingers.
Hmm.
And it's close
Yeah,
by,
good.
right up the street. Hopefully he can. No one called me back today. I thought she was going to touch bases, but they
Yeah,
have all
love
the
that.
information. So hopefully I'll hear something by tomorrow.
Hmm.
Hello from Illinois. Well, hello, Sue. Welcome.
Hi, Georgia. Georgia says congratulations, Nita.
Thank you. My baby going to high school.
Beth right here. Beth says, "I love how the little ones don't see or care about color. They see a
Hmm.
friend. Our
Hmm.
kids have it right."
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, she says, "Our kids have it right. Hate is taught. Shame on those
Mhm.
who teach that to children. Our family is diverse, white, black, Hispanic. We teach love because we just teach love," is what she says.
Mhm.
And that's the thing is when you're not thinking it, it's hard to think. It's out there. It exists. Sometimes. I mean, it might hit closer to home too, but you don't think until it does hit home because you're not thinking in that way that they're
Right.
thinking. So when you're shocked when it happens. Um, so that goes back with Georgia, but like I said, even though you said he's 13 and he has the mind of a 10-year-old, always raise him to be proud of who he is. Just like you do with his autism. So that way, if something negative comes, it's just that it just goes off him because you've already instilled in him to be proud of who he is.
Brandy says just started ABA for the first time ever through Zoom. Okay. A little frustrated, but hanging in there 2 hours a day, 5 days a week with my 13-year-old Eddie. Okay. Okay. Why are you frustrated? Oh, because of the Zoom, because you can't have physical contact yet. And I hope it works out for you guys. I really do.
Oh,
All this
sorry
stuff
about that,
on
Michelle.
tele the
Yeah.
telecommunicating.
Right, I know. Emily gets so stressed too
Mhm.
because she thinks they can't hear her.
Uh,
Uh, but they're really like they've moved on to the next thing, but she thinks they can't hear her. And I guess at school she would just, be in their face, but she can't do that.
say, hey,
Yeah,
hey.
exactly. So yeah, she gets, oh my goodness,
I
she gets
me and DeAndre do good because his teacher, she does, the tele thing, but she gives each of them, their own time. So she has each of
oh
them
okay.
scheduled. So DeAndre goes on with her at 12. So we do good if we can get
Yeah.
5 minutes for him to
Oh,
sit down and
oh,
really
out of the
concentrate.
30 minutes. Okay.
So we
Wait,
have
so you
to,
said so you said he's by himself though.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, so yeah, so
She
mhm.
started with trying to do all it's 6 of them. So I
Mhm.
think the first day it was four, first or second day. She did 2 days out of it. It just wasn't, the kids wasn't
Mhm.
on
Yeah.
every. So what she did was broke it down. Everybody has their time slot.
Mhm.
We just
That's
go
good.
in, log in
Mhm.
on our time slot. But yeah,
Yeah, that is really good.
actually he did 20 minutes. He did good to sit still because he'll start. You know what he says? Uh, no more, one more, no more.
He's over there sitting and be like, okay, I'm gonna do one more, and that's it.
Right. That's it. That's it. And then I don't
You
want
got one more for me.
to.
um, uh, Isabel says it is so hard to take my 3-year-old to other people's house because she likes to climb and jump and does not talk, and they look at her differently. And that is hard. I'm not going to sit here and candy coat it. Uh, as they get older and they're doing these things, it gets more difficult. But the thing that you can focus on is take her where you are comfortable. If you feel like it's not comfortable for you, it's only going to
Close that
cause
door.
agitation and stress. on everybody's part. In time, you get to find out and knowing the places you can and can't go and where you can go to relax. Like some people, okay, well, yeah, why don't you guys come over and hang out? It's not really, hanging out and relaxing like they would think it is, because we're thinking other things. We're watching, certain situations about to happen and all that. So I think it's something that you will learn to gauge better and more just in time. Not to say you're not gauging it
Close the
okay
door.
now, but in time you will get better with it. Um, and you have to adjust.
Mhm. Right.
I
You
mean,
have,
you don't, but
you do.
it's easier for us to adjust
Yeah.
than to get everybody else
Oh
to
yeah.
adjust.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
is how we should say it. Yeah.
You about know because like with me, I take the as long as I know I'm gonna be right there and can control the situation.
Hmm.
But if I know it's somewhere that I'm not gonna be able to really
Hmm.
control the situation, then I'll have to find someone either to watch them or you know.
Yeah.
Um, but it's usually around family anyway, and everybody
Hmm.
knows DeAndre, so it's like,
Hmm. Yeah, and that's what I think. I think you get to know who you're comfortable around with them, and then
right,
who you will absolutely know. Like, no, we can't do that. You will get to
yeah.
the point where even if it takes one time trying it, then you know what list they go on. But it's just something we adapt to them. We adapt to their situation. Our children.
So Zena
Um,
says, I'm taking online classes from therapists, but we have 2G speed. Oh, wow. Is it works? If it works on online sessions. My daughter is 10 years old, nonverbal autistic. 2G, wow. Okay. Okay.
Georgia says, even if so, she's teaching her son how to cook. Even if food don't taste good, I tell him I am so proud of him, but let put some of this and that to give it a little more taste.
All right. I
um,
have
I
having
would
so
like to.
much.
Oh,
Oh, Belinda's saying I have been having so much trouble trying to get ABA services. Is it because in your area, or have they just closed up everything right now?
oh, there. Beth says I would like to go to schools, elementary and up, to try to educate kids and teachers about autism. I wish there was more education about acceptance. Yeah, and
And
autism
I'd
is just
say just do it. Set
yeah.
up
That's
a time.
what I was gonna say.
Mhm.
Hmm. Yeah, like all the seminars, all the things that they do at elementaries, they give all the little presentations, things like that. Somebody started each one, right?
Yeah.
Um, and I think it takes somebody like an advocate, like a parent, to also be involved in that to get the full scope of it. Uh, Now I forgot what I was gonna say. The thing about autism too, it's like so it's like something that you can see in behaviors and symptoms, things like that, that are through behaviors, but you don't see any physical aspects. So it's not somebody in a wheelchair. It's not somebody who you might be able to tell has Down syndrome, things like that. So it's something that you really should. I guess you really have to focus on awareness because they think, oh, before they start talking and doing their stimming and things like that, they thought nothing was different. But now when they start, then they're wondering what's going on. And just like Nita said, people, are they crazy? What are they doing? What's going on? This and this and that. And that's where awareness is important because we most often have seen either like I remember being taught this, I remember other, my kids going through this. You learn about special needs, but you don't learn about autism. You may
Right.
learn about all the special needs.
Terry Ann says, when we first started, no one wanted to believe that my son with autism, and my friends saw it first. But when I expected it, I was on board for whatever my son needed, and I still look out for my son and pray I get him back next week. We have court. Well, hopefully everything turns out for you and your son.
Hope so. Mario says my son doesn't like to go nowhere. Is it Ralph that's like that too? I thought it was Ralph. He doesn't like to go out very much either. Yeah. Yeah. I think like Emily will go out, but she has a limit. She has a limit to how long she can be out. Depends on what we're doing. Though. She can go car ride forever.
Right.
Seriously, we drive to LA, so it's like 7 hours from here. She will not go to sleep. Even we drive through the night, she will not go to sleep. We look back there and you still see her eyes wide open in the dark.
You want to see all the things.
Yeah, she's all of the nothing because it's dark and yeah, seriously. But she will not. That's why I don't know how she stays awake, but she does. But hopefully, maybe in time that'll change, Mario.
Guys, going outside slowly. First, maybe a porch thing, and then off the porch thing, and maybe for a little walk. And then, maybe he'll change.
And maybe gradual, yeah.
Every place in Las Vegas told me there was a 5-year wait. My God. For ABA?
How long?
5 years.
Wow.
Wow. Really? Have you talked to the state health department about autism services, Belinda? Or even the bigger organizations? But 5 years is just too long. That's just that's cool. Long time. Randy's from Connecticut.
And who was that? Who?
I'm sorry, Belinda.
And do you know how old? Let's see. I've been trying to get ABA for my son. How old is your son, Belinda?
That's awesome. Age 2. I'm in Michigan too, Cindy. True. Here, no school admits my daughter. No school admits autistic. Really? Wow.
Yeah, so it is Ralph who doesn't like to go out. She said, unless it's a video game store.
Ralph say, I'm ready for that.
And Mario, I don't know how old your child is or grown child. Ralph he's 17 now, right? I think, or he'll be 17 in July. Something like that, right? 17, I think, in July. So he has really high anxiety. He suffers from anxiety. So that's where he likes to stay in the house most often. So that might be something that your son is going through.
RS says, Linda and I had a heck of a day yesterday without power and cell service. Oh, yeah. Linda was telling me.
Yeah. I woke up.
Still frazzled. Wow.
I woke up. We worked. Yeah, I worked out for 2 hours when I went to bed. Woke up this morning. I was like, yeah. So our power went out for over 6 hours yesterday. So the Wi-Fi went out. So did the cell service. For some reason, the cell phone service went out, so we couldn't even turn on data. No LTE. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was rough with Emily. Oh my goodness, it was bad. Yeah, it was bad. It was loud. Oh my goodness. And I know, you know, when everything gets super quiet when the power goes off, everything just woo, and everything's silent. I know all the neighbors could hear because their houses were silent. I know they could hear her.
Emily was
But
like, I want my power
yeah.
now.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, it was rough. It was rough. Um, when my son is in meltdown, when I saw him, I would take him for a walk and we talked it out and help. You know, and I was going to do that too, but I wasn't sure what it looked like outside as far as who was out there doing whatever. And then it was really really hot yesterday, but I thought that that would have made her feel better to take her for a walk. But then I had the thought we're halfway gone for a walk, and then she gets into this meltdown again. So I was kind of iffy about that one, but I think that would be a good thing to calm him down. They used to take Emily for walks during her meltdown at school. He's 7 years old. Um, so, Pam, Mario's son is 7 years old. How long has Ralph been like that? Has he ever liked to go out before? I know he had some problems starting up school as far as being at school, having something happen early on, like the first day of school, right in the kindergarten. And that caused a lot of anxiety for him. But did it ever change? Did he ever have any okay times going out? Like, I mean, like a span of time.
And Michelle says, we are going through an issue with a family member saying autism is just an excuse for bad parenting. Oh, wow. And spoiled kids. Guess who got super mad? Yep. Yep. Yeah, I probably would have been too.
Hmm.
They just don't understand.
Yeah, yeah. Especially to be family to say something like that. I
Right.
mean, yeah, that's hard because you know that's when you think they should see it up closer than everybody else.
With a RISE program. Okay. Awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Went a couple weeks ago. Not easy for them. Oh, no. The power. No.
Oh wait. Oh, is that? Oh no, it's not.
Son in school has great teacher. Awesome. That's good. That's a good teacher when they keep you in the loop. Great. Educated. Yeah, I remember you speaking
Hmm.
about that, Veronica. Yeah, you want to. Ralph just knows love. Yes. See, our kids just innocent. Innocent. Just love each other. But I too used to upset, so upset. It was the man married to my mom. I am just done with him. Oh,
Oh, he wasn't even like grandpa. I mean,
right. Just
by
coming in.
blood. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
My son,
You'd be. Oh, Mario says, yeah, you'd be surprised. A lot of people don't know about autism.
right.
Yeah. Hmm. Just like
A lot of
just like I said too. I didn't even know there were so many other ones of us that share so many of the same types of experiences and stresses and things like that. Um, and I'm like blown away how big this group is with everybody going through similar things. So I know people who don't know much about autism at all. I mean, you know, they don't see it every day. Like, think if they don't see it, like, if we're so far and few and far in between as far as being out in public and having symptoms, meltdowns. Because I know I've never been somewhere where Emily had a meltdown and there was somebody else having a meltdown too, or you know there was something like that. So I know that it happens here and there for them. They're not going to learn as you know they're not going to learn as much as they should know as far as awareness is concerned, and
mm-hmm.
that's hard.
Yeah.
It makes you a nervous wreck because you know they're not going to understand. How are they going to take this? What are they going to look like? What are they going to think?
What is the old saying? Experience is the best teacher. You
Yep.
can talk till you're blue in the face, but if
Hmm.
you haven't been in that situation,
Yeah.
And Pam says when Ralph had his evaluations online, we did Skype, and the insurance lady, you could only see half of her. Ralph kept leaning to one side, thinking he could see the rest of her. He didn't like that. He was like, what is this?
I'll do that too. I'll be like looking under the thing.
Where are you?
Poor Ralph is really into, the people on screen and everything. Yeah. So I know he was like, wait.
Some people think that it's weird that me and my son have a great bond. Oh, they shouldn't think it's weird. You're supposed to have a great bond.
Mhm.
Your baby.
And she said others are happy, and they should be.
Mm-hmm. Unless it's the video of that's with it. Yes, exactly. When I first was told that my son had autism, most thought I was just making excuses. And sometimes they still say, no, you're just babying him. He's a big boy. I heard that before. Babying part. You have to stop babying him. But I'll admit, at times I do, but you still don't understand,
Mhm.
what because he's my baby.
And they have to think too, if like how you said he's 13, almost 14, but he's like the mind of a 5-year-old.
Mhm.
It's the same here with Emily, and so you have to so when you relate and talk with a 5-year-old is how you will always
Yeah.
um talk to them, because that's what it is. I don't know how else to explain it, because just because they're grown, they get full grown and everything, it doesn't mean that they've changed. So I mean, they might, they'll progress and everything, but they still will have their mental age, and that's
Yeah.
what we're addressing.
Eddie did that on Drive to Ocean City when he was a baby. He stayed awake for hours. It was like 7 hours. Wow. He wanted
Yeah,
to
see.
also see what was going on. Like, I'm
Mhm.
not
Yeah.
missing nothing.
Nobody knows what us. Stephanie says nobody knows what us autism parents go through unless they've been there. My
Right.
7-year-old son with ASD, ADHD is my heart.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Hmm.
Mhm.
That's exactly. And people are like, "Oh no," because I know somebody, or because it's like, mm.
Mm-mm.
No, it's different. Mm-hmm.
My son likes to go outside the house for a while, but if and when we take him to the store, that's when he has a panic attack and starts standing. Okay. DeAndre, he holds me close when we go to the store. It's like, that's where I think all his sensory. Oh, let me
Mm-hmm.
tell you guys something funny. I don't mean to go off. But yesterday, we were outside, right? And I don't know, some of you who have been around, you guys may know my son loves car engines, the race cars, right? And motorcycle sounds. So he can listen to that all day on YouTube. And and if we're in a car or something and he sees one driving by, he's excited. So yesterday we were outside on the porch for a minute. Well, him and my granddaughter was out in the yard, right? And I'm sitting on the porch. So I hear motorcycle. This one was loud. It was loud, but it was something that he would listen to on YouTube. Soon as it got close and close to my block, that boy's arms went to his ears like this,
What?
and he was. I'm,
What?
I'm
What?
looking at him, and he waited till it got all the way down to the far corner before
Mhm.
he took his arms out. And I'm looking at him, and I'm
Yeah,
like, really? Are you serious?
yeah. He went to the monster shows too. The
It
monster
was
trucks, right?
funny for me. Yeah,
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 yeah. That's
earmuff, but
fun.
still, that was funny because
Yeah,
I'm looking at him. You have to go to sleep on this noise, and now
yeah.
all of a sudden you're doing this.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, maybe it caught him off guard that it was actually right there. Like he
right,
wasn't
baby.
thinking it. Yeah. Hmm.
But that
Emily
really
will do. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm wondering. Like when you said DeAndre holds onto you really close, out in public. Emily used to do that. And what she does, like I was telling her ABA today, what she'll do is something that she absolutely will be hooked on, fixated on, like I have to be right on mom's arm. She's all the way the opposite now, where she's wandering, like ahead, and I'm Emily, come back over here, But yeah, I've seen like her do, like she absolutely won't do something, then she does it on the other side of it. She'll do that with different things. But yeah, so how he always listens to that, when he heard it right there, he couldn't take it.
It was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, go
I
figure.
wonder why.
Yeah,
Heck,
that was strange. That was strange.
yeah. That's like, yeah, so ABA was talking, they said that, okay, so Emily always will be timer. She wants a timer for every single thing with her tech, right? So, but the timer, she like, if the timer runs out and they're not done, she'll have to reset the timer because Emily's so fixated on the timer, right? But at the last session, she said, no timer. But she's always over requested the timer. But today she was like, last week she was like, no timer. But they told me today. I was like, same thing.
Go
I don't
figure.
know. I think right when we get situated on something, then they want to go and change. So like, wait, no. Yeah, it was.
Hi yet. Hi, May. Okay, not good. Okay. Yeah, can understand a little bit. But hi, welcome.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Pam
He'll be
said
17 in
Ralph
July.
said,
You're right. Okay. It seems like him and Emily are getting closer in age because it's been what? It's been what? Maybe about 2 years almost, right? And
mm-hmm.
it just seems like he was a lot older than her. Now she's 15 and he's 16. It didn't seem like they were over that because he's going to be 17 next month. Yeah.
When my son meltdown, when I saw him, I would take him for a walk and we would talk and help. Awesome.
Yeah, that's. Hi, I
Yep.
used to work in daycare for a year in the year 2000. Never heard about autism nor seen an autistic kid before.
Well, before my son was diagnosed, I knew nothing. I knew absolutely nothing about autism. Oh, yeah, and then you learn something every day.
Mm-hmm. You do.
Veronica says, yeah, once the power goes out, that silence hits different. Yes.
It's almost like the silence could wake you up. It's that quiet. Yeah. It's like, it's so like, it's just, oh my goodness. Yeah. Because all the air conditioners went off, everything that even the outside noise, because the air conditioners, things you hear outside.
Danielle says, I moved to a hotel before when our power was out. My son cannot sleep when things don't work in the house. He will continuously get
Oh,
up and check on and trying to fix things. Wow, okay. Yeah, when my son just bounces off walls. If everything shuts down, the screaming starts, the running, hitting the walls, boom, boom, boom. And then that's the times when I'm like, please hurry up and get that iPad to work, please, or something.
mm-hmm.
Because he's just,
Yeah. Yeah. I usually we turn on the phone service, the LTE, the data.
no,
I don't
don't
know
do
if
it.
yeah, if there was a helicopter crash, so I don't know if that took out a cell tower too, but we had no cell service either. Uh, Stephanie says, I've been told that also, and that all he needed was a whooping. And she said, I never. It's always funny how everybody else has the answer.
They always know about your child.
Mm-hmm.
Give him a look and he'll be okay. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Beth, I'll tag you under, there's a video and information on potty training that I'll tag you under. But if anybody has any information about potty training, Beth is working with a 4-year-old.
He used to be okay except school, but started getting bad around 7 years old. Okay. Ralphie. Ralphie.
Oh, what did she say? Where to go?
Oh, here it is.
He used to be okay except school, but okay. So Mario, if you're still here, so he started his anxiety started as far as going places started when he was 7, and that's the same age. He never liked school, so school may have been earlier. He was what, 4 or 5 years old, but he could still go other places until he was about 7, and the anxiety started.
I also wanted to let you ladies know that I did take my son to the doctor because of his stomach aches, and they sent us to do a breathing test because they are not sure if it is because of the meds or if it's because he may have some kind of bacteria in his belly. Also, maybe due to his diet, since he is such a picky eater now, waiting for results. Okay.
Okay,
Well,
yeah,
at least you're
let us
being
know.
proactive about it.
Yep,
Get to
and
the
let us
bottom of
know.
it.
Yep. And thanks for updating this. Um, oh, Star says her son is 5 years old and he's not interested at all, and she's desperate. I'll tag both of you guys under the. There's even like printouts that you can hang up for them, and it's from. It's based around autism and potty training.
My son loves my son just the way he is and has learned to be in his world. And that's awesome, Theory. Your husband,
Yep.
okay.
Who it was? It was mine.
But,
Oh, okay. I thought you said that was Steve commenting.
oh, no,
Oh,
Terry
okay.
Ann, something she
Oh,
said.
okay.
Michelle
Um,
says the sad thing is he has been in your mother's husband,
um,
okay, in your family for 20 years, and now 3, possibly 5 ASD people in our family. He is just, hey, oh, wow. This is not the only thing he has upset us about. Such a long story. Oh, wow. I can imagine
mm-hmm.
praying for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say sorry you're going through that.
So sorry.
Um, yeah, I have the same question that Stephanie has. How have you mamas explained everything, and papas, just in case, every explained everything going on in the world today to your autistic babies? My son just told me the other day that he doesn't want to go outside because he doesn't want to get into a fight. Yeah, I asked Steve, I said, we were able to do with the social story the coronavirus, but as far as this, Emily hasn't seen it, but I kind of want to be proactive, like say it's on the TV and I think she might have actually seen some of the stuff on TV. She didn't see the stuff around town that they did. Um, but I kind of want to be proactive, like this is what's going on, and so I kind of want to know if you guys have any ideas and what did you do?
I don't think, well, DeAndre doesn't pay attention to, you know, too much. So that's one thing I don't have to worry about. And then he wouldn't understand. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I think if I thought it was affecting him in any way, because he's just going about himself being
Yeah.
DeAndre. If I thought it was affecting him, then I probably try to figure out, something.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
doesn't understand.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Because I know there was a point when Emily was scared of the police, as
Mhm.
far as like even asking them for help. But in her program, life skills and stuff like that, they're taught, you get lost or you need help, go to somebody, who can help you, firemen, policemen, things like that. And so it's kind of, hard. How do I explain, these people are doing this and that, I don't know I'm at a loss.
It's hard not to baby them. They are so, yes,
Mm-hmm.
birthday, Veronica, just a baby. Mama baby. I do need to get out of that because sometimes I'll look at them and say, look at mama baby, give me kiss. I got
That's how my older kids. Oh, we didn't get to do that. You didn't give us that. Oh, or they'll say something even smarter, like, "Oh, I remember when I got that." Because they're just being sarcastic because they really didn't, but they always got something to say. But she is. You know, she's the baby. Like the next one is 7 years older than her,
Mhm. I do
and
too.
DeAndre's right.
Older boys are like, geez, mom, you spoil him. I spoiled them too. They forgot.
That's what I say. I say, come on, you guys did not go without. And not to mention, you're younger, your kids, like Anita and me, we both had. So all of my older three kids were raised together, like, like they were all little. But so things are going three ways. Emily's the only one I'm still buying things for and doing things for, and of course you want to spoil the last one because you can
Yeah.
do it better.
Hmm. Yeah, you know what, Danielle? It could have been something about it, something different. The difference between it actually being live and up close to
Mm-hmm.
them, because
Yeah.
we stay on a corner house, so the motorcycle was coming right down the
Mm.
street. So
Yeah.
yeah, could have versus him just listening to it on
Hmm.
YouTube or watching
Yeah.
race.
And Emily used to do that with elephants. She couldn't take the sound of an elephant. I don't know what they call that noise, but the sound. So
Whatever they
yeah,
do.
that. So she would not do the ABC thing on the smart board at school because they had an elephant on there.
Oh,
And then
really?
we went to Disneyland and there was the train and she like rocked and screamed and plugged her ears the whole train ride until the elephant did that, and then she was calm and she just sat there for the rest of the ride. But she could listen to it when she knew it was coming on her videos. She could do that. I don't know.
Go figure. Ralph
Yeah,
does
I
too.
don't. Yeah.
Ask the doctor about that. She says because it okay, yeah. Guess it's the difference between it actually
Hmm.
being live in their face.
Yeah.
DeAndre would
DeAndre.
love my house. We have a racetrack near yeah, my house, and when they open, they go over there to race. All you hear is zoom, zoom, zoom.
Hmm.
Yeah, love
You
that.
ever let him ride in go karts? You ever gonna let him do that?
Yeah, who DeAndre?
Hmm.
Yeah, he rides when he goes to little, what's the little place? He loves those cars. Is it Dave and Buster's? The
Oh
other one.
yeah, I think.
Other one.
Or no,
Well,
wait, yeah.
whatever it is. It's another one with the
Hmm.
race car. But he loves them. He
Oh,
loves them.
okay. Yeah, that's good.
Hyatt says hi. Hi. Zanette says, my daughter Ishel, I hope I said that right, loves to hear and watch Hindi songs. I'm a working lady, and when I'm at office she watches songs. Okay. Is it good for her to watch songs and rhyme if that's what she enjoys? If it's something that suits her, I mean, you probably want to break her away to do other things, but if music and songs help her,
And a lot of speech comes from music.
yeah, a lot of
A lot of
it does.
learning too. That's why they always put, because it grabs your attention. It makes you think. That's why commercials are always done like in jingles and with a little music and things like that.
Because they're
Uh,
catchy and you
they,
be oh, the
yeah,
commercial.
yeah. And if you're repeating what what the jingle was, you're repeating their product, and sometimes it's the phone number you're repeating.
Pam says yes, school caused the anxiety.
Yeah. Oh.
One more thing is gluten free diet helps autism. Now I was looking at a discussion in the group actually, and
Mm-hmm.
you had the differences because I was a while ago I was interested in that, but it really interested me reading, the different parents. Like with anything else, it works for some and it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't work for others. And then some people had an issue with the expense of it. Some didn't see a change at all. And then, of course, there's the parents that, they have those wonderful testimonies that, it helped their children tremendously. And you have others that had said, and it's in the group right now, others that said it made their child worse or not worse, but sick.
Mhm.
So I guess for some it works. I guess it's like a trial and error
Mhm.
type thing. You have to try it out and see if it helps. My mother-in-law would never suggest whoopings, but I was already ready with my comeback and tell her that didn't work for her son. I've never had the pleasure. Eddie is like
oh,
that sometimes. He likes one episode of Team Yumi Zumi. Okay. I
Umizoomi.
never heard of that one.
Mhm.
And if that one episode is on TV, he would come. Okay.
Yeah, it's almost like they're overloaded. That's what Emily. She will not watch Toy Story for years. She's like,
Really?
she heard it on, and she would start screaming. It was a lot of things that she would not watch for a long time because there's still things on that list because she's
Wow.
overloaded from it. But yeah, that's exactly what Emily does. Yeah. But the iPad, Veronica, I think because he can control it, what's coming on. Emily won't let us turn Netflix on, the Netflix home screen, because there's too many movie choices on there, and she doesn't know what we're going to turn on.
We are actually closer to 31st. What
Year,
happened? What
the 31st
31st?
year together.
Oh, of the guy with the guy.
Mm-hmm. And before Star, let me see. Star says she's having a major issue with 5-year-old boy lately. Any help would be appreciated. Sleeping issue, 4 to 8 hours a night, but 2 nights a week he stays up for 24 hours. He takes melatonin at 4 and clonidine at 6. Eating issue, only ate 5 foods, none really great foods. Lately, we were down to one pizza. He says he doesn't want to eat because he doesn't want to be a big boy. He wants to be a baby. What the heck? That's what she said.
Huh?
I didn't say what the heck. She said what the heck. It sounded like I was saying it. Um, yeah. Well, Nita deals with yeah, Emily has sleep issues. Nita deals with the 24-hour span sometimes, and I deal with the diet side of it. So as far as the clonidine, um, I don't know what time he's. I don't know what time you expect him to sleep till. Uh, but I would almost say the clonidine is probably wearing off, or it's not. Either he's taking it too early, or it's just not a high enough dose for him because clonidine,
How much
especially, let
is
me see,
he taking?
he's a 5-year-old too. Yeah. What is his size dose? Is it one pill? Like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3? And then with the foods, our foods got really limited and it got really, really repetitive. It still is. She right now she's eating the same dinner every night, but at least it's home prepared now. Um, that's a hard one. We started feeding therapy with ABA, and maybe that could help. Uh, there are some ways that you can try it yourself too. And he's 5, so it's a good time. You just have to be able to endure the resistance in the beginning. But if you want some information on that, inbox me and I'll help you with that.
Oh, that was the
I'll try
comment.
to.
I'm sorry.
hmm Stephanie says, I spoil all 3 of mine, but of course my son Parker needs more of my attention. That's what I think too. I think that's getting mistaken for extra attention, like spoiling and things like that. But there is calling for more, and you kind of want to. Of course, your heartstrings are more pulled, because the whole situation, is just different, and
Mhm.
you have, yeah, it's just different. Um, I always think to myself, yeah, okay, when you guys are parents,
Watch.
but
Just
but
watch.
exactly. But I mean, I'll definitely say I don't have a favorite. I don't believe in that. Like I said, I think I said it here before. I might have a favorite to go to the movie with, or I might have a favorite to go shopping with, things like that. But I don't have a favorite child.
But DeAndre is my favorite. That's my baby.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, now, yeah, there's some more that I argue with. But
Mm.
yeah, no,
No,
I
I'm
would.
kidding. Of course, I love all my
Mhm.
children. Same.
Yeah, and that's a given.
But you say that, and my daughter, Jasmine, I call my granddaughter the umbilical cord, her umbilical cord. And she say, well, if her mom was around,
Really?
her
Mhm.
mama move, she move. And she's 7.
What?
Yeah, she'd be right
Wow.
up under her
Oh,
mouth.
she gonna have a hard time.
Uh-huh. When that baby comes,
Mhm. Yeah.
yes, yes.
Um, Beth says my cousin who is black has experienced such injustice. We've got we've gone to stores together, and security seems to target him because of his skin color. He is a professional, years of college. I can't say I understand, but I wish I knew the right words to say with all that's going on. Yeah, it's just hard because I think it comes to the bottom line that you can't change how people will treat people. People
Yeah,
just have their opinions, and you cannot change that. I mean, they're trying to right now, but ultimately, even if certain people aren't placed in certain places, they will still have their opinions. And, that's a hard thing. We can never change. Racism has never gone away. It might be a little less apparent.
yeah. And you find out, and even by being in this group, you find out when people are upset about certain things,
Oh, yeah, yeah. I
and
forgot about that.
the
Hmm.
truth will come out.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, their true
yeah.
feelings and
Their,
thoughts and
their
everything
truth will
have
come
been.
out.
Mhm.
So people, it's always there. I mean, if you are who you are,
Yep.
all 6 of my kids got spoiled. Oh, go ahead. Go
Oh, no,
ahead.
go ahead.
I was
No,
just,
I didn't have anything. Yeah, sorry.
I
I
love
love all
all
my
my
minions.
minions. I
I
call
call my
mine
minions too.
yeah. Yeah. So this was nice for a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So we should maybe we should do the second,
Mhm.
but we're trying to get you guys, some of you, to get over at YouTube so we can do one on
Mhm.
YouTube and one on Facebook. So maybe we'll see how it goes. It's sad that people need to be afraid to be themselves. Yes.
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 And Beth says autism has no color preference. We are in this together. Yep.
Hmm.
And that's the thing.
That's true.
That's what we try to focus on this week. When the comments came up or posts wanted to come through was we all have autism in common, and color doesn't matter.
Mhm.
And we've had posts that we've turned down where we feel like say even I think one time we had, and I'm not going to say like, but I know that what this group is about. So I think one time we had one. It was for African American moms, single moms or something like that, about autism and things like that, and they wanted to come in and promote that. But that's not this group. Our
And
group,
she
like
was a
you just
little
said.
bit she was a little bit overbearing with it though. And it's not
Exactly.
because it's obvious,
Hmm.
the blackness, you know what I'm saying? But when you're being a little overbearing with it, especially when
Hmm.
in a very diverse group, then
Yes.
So I like to be fair. We
Hmm.
got to balance this out,
Yep.
and we're all
And we
here
don't.
for a common cause: autism.
And we don't want. Yeah, exactly. We don't want anybody feeling like they're being set aside or put aside. We don't want that.
Hmm.
So we had to make sure. Beth says you two are awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Beth. You're welcome.
Thank you. In the words of my 8-year-old, color should never matter. All right, Dave. Right, but it does. But it shouldn't. But I'm glad he has that mentality. That's awesome. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. My 10-year-old said just today that you don't judge based on colors. Awesome. Need more people to see it this way. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And our kids are so innocent. Our kids are so innocent. We just all we can do is hope the world around them doesn't take those beautiful minds.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Oh, sorry. Did you read Carrie Ann's comment?
Which one?
When I was younger, I balanced my son and also did call.
What happened? Did we lose? What? Oh, there she is. What happened?
I have no idea. I just clicked out and I was on that first page.
Let me go turn off this light. I'll be right back.
Okay. When I was younger, I balanced my son and I also did college online, and I got a B on paper. Plus, I worked so my no, it's for the laptop. Sorry. On the paper. Plus, I worked so my son knows that even though I had that going on, he was my biggest supporter and still is. That's good. In words of my, oh yeah, that's where we were. Michelle Gordon, isn't it sad that our kids get it and adults don't, right? That's right. That's just like David was talking about. We were talking about that last week about Jackie Robinson. Hate is taught. I agree. Yes, it definitely is sad. My son usually says, "Mommy, why are they looking at me? Why are they mean?" Especially when he's having a meltdown. Thank you. And when we go to the washroom and don't use the dryer because he cannot handle the loud noise, someone just look at him like, "OMG, such a crybaby." That is what one person said, and I really had to block that comment out because I knew I was going. It was not going to end well. I don't even understand what makes somebody think that they can say something about your kid like that. Like I would never. I, yeah, I just can't. And I can't say, oh, because I can see from this side. I never thought that before. I'm sure most of us haven't. So I mean, when we hear it and we're dealing with the situation at the time, and then they have the nerve to say something,
Right.
I'm like shocked and angry, and everything's just up here all at one time. My son used to say when he went to church, "Mommy, if Jesus died for us and loved us, why can't we be like Jesus?" See, and you have adults, that don't get it.
Don't get it. Hey, Teresa. My son was scared because he thought he was going to die because of him being black. Because I was on another autism group. They said black kids. Oh, wow. Yeah, well, you hear a lot of different people.
Yeah.
Just keep talking to the babies.
Uh,
They couldn't be friends because mom's was white.
oh,
My friend was so, oh, wow.
oh
Oh,
my goodness.
mhm. Hey, Star, consider
Oh, that was
yourself.
Star from over here.
Oh, consider yourself.
Oh, she's the one with the sleep issues, with the sleep and the
Oh,
quantity. That's her.
I was getting ready to say, Star just popped up. Where you come from, girl? Hey, Star, welcome on this side. Too many judgmental people. Yes, people they have not dealt with enough mama bears. Right, exactly.
right? Exactly. They're gonna come across a pack of mama bears one time, and they'll never say it again.
It doesn't matter what color you are, we all bleed the same color blood. Yes, we are all human. And it's sad that kids understand it better than adults. Exactly. The innocence of a child's mind and the world around them that we have to worry. Okay, everybody. I do have, for those of you who are in the discussions and more group, um, if let me, if you are in a discussions and more group, please, please, please. I'm sorry. Please make sure you guys see the post that I made there. It is very important because June the 8th. We will be evicted out of that group. We get the boot. So I need for you guys to, you know, use that other link and join. Now, what I just go ahead.
Wait, hold on. But to no fault of our own,
Yes.
Facebook is getting rid of their. So we did a beta where they gave us a subscription group for a time period while they were testing it out, and they've opted to get rid of those and not do it. So that's why this group is being deleted. It has nothing to do with us.
It won't let you in, Michelle. Okay.
Make sure your Facebook is updated.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Make sure you got the latest Facebook version, and then try to click on the link in there, and you should be able.
Mm-hmm. And I'll send you an invite too, Michelle.
Okay, and I just posted the StreamYard link. If anybody wants to come and join us on live right now, you are more than welcome to come on.
And Terry Ann says, I love how you ladies take the time to read the comments and are understanding. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now my son says the song from Mark Wills called Don't Laugh at Me is a song for him that it should be for everyone because we are the same and are perfect in God's eyes. When he said that, he made me cry. Aww.
This is all sad. Yes, it is, Teresa. Mm-hmm. It won't let me in. Try the StreamYard link and come in and join us. If you
anybody else who wants to say hi as well, and Michelle's usually a regular on here. Would you tell her to try the link?
Yeah, try the link again, Michelle, and see.
Hey, Danon, I think Danon or Danon. Welcome.
Welcome.
It's not up. The link isn't up. Scroll up above your comment.
You don't see it? Let me see if I can
up above your comment. Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
My son and my daughter are meeting up tomorrow. They love being together, and it makes me happy knowing that even though I can't see my son right now, at least he can see his sister. That is good. I know. I haven't given my son a hug since before all this. I guess since March. He'll come over sometimes, but he's like an essential worker, so.
Oh, you know who we are.
Oh, let me
hey,
get
Michelle. You know who we are missing?
Oh.
You know who we are missing tonight is Mr. Charles.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking he might be asleep. Hey,
yeah.
Nita,
Yeah, it is late.
Can you send me the link in the messenger?
Okay.
And Star, I'll get it to you in a second.
How are you, Michelle?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
Good, we're good. Or I'm good. I don't want to speak for Nita, but she looks good. I don't want to just go assuming. Okay, let me see. Okay, star. Let me see right here. There you go, star.
Okay. I think I got it. I got it pinned up here.
My son made me cry because he said everyone should go by the Bible.
Aw.
I think it's, to me, it's sad because they think color shouldn't matter, and then like that comment, everybody should go by the Bible. The comments are so innocent because they've not they've not been exposed to the reality of some people, and it's sad
Yeah.
because they're so innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes I see such innocence in Emily, and I feel it does make me sad because she's not like, she doesn't have like an outer shell to be able to, endure things because she doesn't understand it.
Right. Was somebody else coming on?
Star, yeah, I put it on the page where Star is over here again,
Oh, okay.
and I just told her to the link was there.
So what we usually do at the end of each sessions, for those of you who don't know, we put the link out there, and anyone, you are invited to come on these last few minutes and shoot with us.
My son is only like, who is that? Your house, Michelle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michelle is busy.
My kids are like crackheads tonight or something. I don't know. They're
I was gonna ask,
wild.
how many kids do you have?
2 at home.
Okay.
Oh, okay. How old?
I have
How
4
old?
adults.
Yeah.
Do you? So you have 6 kids?
I have
4.
4
Oh,
adults,
okay.
and then the two little ones, 10 and 8.
10 and 8. Okay.
And the 8-year-old is the autistic one.
Yeah, that I remember him. Yeah, I didn't know. You had a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Both
But
boys.
they're on, yes. So they're like
Oh,
wild, crazy Indians right now.
yeah. That's what they sound like. They sound. I knew they were both
They're
boys.
having
They sound.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
they
boys
are
were 2
having
years
fun.
apart too. Yeah.
Yeah. They're wild.
Oh yeah, you're up there with Veronica. Veronica's probably listening to the same thing in her house right now.
Right? I'm like, isn't it time to go to bed? And they're like, no, it's not. I'm like, okay. Because if they go to bed now, they're going to be up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, right when I'm
Oh,
just
bright
getting
and early.
into bed. Yeah. So I'm like,
Mhm.
you can stay up.
Right? I
This
know. I
is-
always think like if I'm gonna be up anyways, let them stay up, and then they're sleep when I'm
yeah, then
sleeping.
they'll sleep in,
Mhm.
and I'll wake up before them, and I'll have my peace and quiet then.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's awesome.
How old's your oldest?
He will be 30 in July.
Oh my goodness. And what is yours, Nita? 32, 33?
32. He'll be, wait,
They're,
Okay, yeah.
wait a minute. Hold on.
she's got to
30.
count. Hold on.
30,
I think he's
33?
32. I think he'll be 30. No, he'll be 33 this year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there is an
33.
age where you start to forget, huh? Because I
Yeah.
think I start forgetting in the 20, like, yeah, I think my middle one is 24.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
have to
but
count down. I
mhm.
have to count down. So I'm like, thank goodness he was born in 1990. Then I can remember. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
okay, now I can. That's so much easier for me.
Mhm.
See,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah.
So once they all are. Oh, Eddie's up, of course.
Of
That's
course.
the sweetest case of the giggles.
Oh,
Beth says she can't remember how old she is. I know I forget sometimes,
I had.
but I.
Yeah, somebody asked me the other day, and I had to count. I'm like, okay, wait a minute, let me count.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I don't remember. I've got some timers. Leave me be. I
Yeah,
remember
that's me.
everything.
That's me.
Yeah. When you get to a certain number, though, you'd be like, "Oh, that's a well-rounded number. I'll remember this one." But
Right.
then those other years,
I
you're like, "Oh
never
my
do.
goodness." Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember this one.
it's 20. I just want to say I'm 21 with this many years experience. That's it. I'm never changing my age ever again, and then I'll just be experienced more.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I had to laugh at myself because now I'm going through everybody's name. I was
I've done that.
oh my God.
No.
Be like even calling the girls the boys' name.
Yeah,
Nando,
Yes.
exactly.
DeAndre. I mean, like, what
Mhm.
is your
Whatever kid
name?
you are. Yeah, with the 4 older ones, that's how I was. I was like, whatever your name
You
is
know,
today.
I know. You see me looking straight at you. You know they always know too, and they're just waiting for you to say it. My son, so we have
Exactly.
Steven and Nathan, and so Nathan had to go to timeout, right? He was in timeout, and he's like, we're like, okay. Steve was saying it. Steve was like, Snake. He was gonna say Steven, but then he was like, Snathan, come out of timeout. He was like, my name's. He was like, my name's not Snathan. And then he was like, "Will we get back in timeout?"
Right.
Nathan.
They always got something to say. They know who you're talking about. And had he just said Steven, then he probably would have just came out timeout. He was like he had to make fun of the way he said it, but they
Right.
know exactly who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I get. That's when I'd be like, that's when you're in more trouble now.
I'm
Right.
either 33 or 34. I have to remember that too, Veronica, because for the longest I keep saying I'm 50 when somebody asks me how old I am. And I keep forgetting I'll be 52 in October. I'm not
Ooh,
50.
October. I'm an October baby too. Yes.
Are you?
What days, you
Bring
guys?
on the October babies.
What days are you guys? What, Nita?
I'm the third.
I'm the
Third.
27th.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're the day after
But
my wedding anniversary.
and then I have a sister and a brother both on the 30th.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Like our mom forgot to hold us until our real birthdays. We decided we were supposed to all be born on the 31st. And then I have a sister that was born November 10th, so mom held her in too long. We're all supposed
Oh,
to
good
be there.
elder
Like
in.
we're all
You
yeah.
guys are all right there. Yeah.
Yeah, so but then so my mom was born in July. I have 4 of my kids that are in July.
Okay.
So like July is very busy for us.
Yes.
Very busy.
Yes.
And
Yeah, that
December.
always seems. Oh, really?
Yeah. And we just added another birthday because of my mom adopted out our brother
Okay.
when he was
Oh.
born, and we just found him.
Oh, well,
And so
Oh,
she,
really?
yeah. So the
Oh,
weird thing
oh.
is,
Mhm.
she passed in February, and
okay.
then COVID hit, and he got basically laid off, and
Okay.
was home and thought, I got nothing better going on. I'm gonna go do 23andMe. And when he got his
Oh.
results back, they actually give you,
What
like a little family tree thing. And he
Yeah.
started searching us.
Mhm.
what's 23 and me? What is
It's
that?
a
The
DNA.
ancestry thing. I
Oh,
mean,
Yeah, it's
the
a
DNA thing.
DNA.
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah. And
And
so,
you have an
but they
option
could
to
link
open
it
your profile.
to,
Mhm.
yeah, they link it to other family DNA. So he found us that
Related.
way.
Yeah. Oh, that's so.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's
Your
really
mom did
cool.
that, or did your mom do the DNA thing, or was it linked to
No,
siblings?
it was linked to my grandmother.
Oh,
Here,
So
okay.
somebody did the
Yummy. Tell
ancestry
your mama to give me some
for my
ice in the pot.
grandmother,
Mhm.
like my
Oh,
mother's
nice.
mother.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Thank you.
So
Nice.
yeah, that was really exciting. I think my mom had a hand in that because she's been searching for him for years
Oh,
and
Oh.
that's
has been
awesome.
kept hitting the brick walls, and then she passes away. He's at home, after, and all of a sudden,
Mhm.
bam, he just has the idea to do it. So
That's really neat because
That's awesome.
the
yeah,
usually most often the kid has to go looking because the records are sealed to
yeah.
protect that side. Yeah, that's
The
good though.
records from the place that she put him up for adoption, they never open the records. It doesn't matter who's looking. They seal
Really?
their records
Oh.
completely.
Oh,
Yes, they
yeah. I guess if the
even
mom.
when the
Yeah.
people pass away, even when
Mhm.
all parties are passed away, their records are still sealed. They never open their records.
And there's some adoptions where they can sign to keep things open on one side, right? The parent.
Yeah. Well, they can do
Yeah.
it on both sides. Yeah, they
Oh,
can
okay.
have like more of an open type adoption,
Mhm.
or they can be like when the child reaches 18, then you can open my
Mhm.
record, or
Oh,
they can
okay.
just be like open the record because something happens and they want to
Mhm.
find out family history
Oh,
as far
okay.
as medical.
Mhm. Oh, that's
But
right.
this adoption place, they don't open their records ever.
Oh. my
ever.
goodness.
So
Yeah, that
I
was
mean,
good
he
that
went there and he
Jamie.
tried. Yeah, he tried through them. Mom tried and they're like, nope, we don't open our records. He tried, they're like, nope, we don't open our records. But
Wow.
Yeah.
so, yeah,
Hey,
it's sad
Melody.
that
Turning the
his
church.
biological
Nice church.
parents, like both of his biological parents, had passed away before he searched. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
at least he did it before his adoptive parents had passed. But
Yeah.
he thought nobody would want to see him. He thought we would all be like, no, we don't want to have anything to do with you. And we're
Oh.
like, the day we find out his name and stuff, we're on Facebook. Like, we're like, the feds, we're searching you out, buddy. And like,
Mhm.
we just opened our arms and then
Yeah.
basically just brought him in and everything. So he's in total
Facebook
shock.
Facebook though has brought a lot of people together. You know, I've met relatives I
It's
had
true.
never met before. It's a whole new world right here.
Right? Yeah, I've got cousins. I'm like, I didn't know we were related.
Right.
They're like, oh yeah, and then they'll break it down. I'm like, oh, okay, I see how we're related.
You're so
But
and
yeah,
so's mother and mother's mother and
yeah,
their mother and their mother.
yeah,
It all comes
yeah. Cause
together.
like, yeah, cause some of our family. Okay, so our heritage is like Irish, Scottish, and
Mhm,
English.
mhm.
So we go way back, like Knights of the Round Table type on my dad's side.
Wow.
My
Okay.
mom's side is like from the Netherlands. Some of theirs.
Mm.
So we even have relatives that we're hooked up with that are in England on
Oh,
Facebook. So it's like really cool that
wow.
I
Mm-hmm.
like Facebook for that reason. Like we're getting to know other
Connection.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
connections
and
are
the
there.
Gordons. So the Gordons started as one clan, right? And they split, and so half of them went to Canada and half of them came to the United States.
Mhm.
So I had a friend. I hadn't not known that, and I had a friend. Her maiden name was Gordon, and there's
Okay.
my maiden name Gordon, and I'm like, I wonder if we're related. So
Mhm,
like far way back when they split, like
mhm.
we had relatives in common.
Oh,
Like
neat.
like so that small world thing, the world just
Mm-hmm.
starts getting smaller. You're like, oh, we are
Yeah.
related way back, but still.
Yeah. And
And
23andMe will go.
realize
It'll go
we're
so many generations out. It'll be like you guys are. I think
yeah.
I forgot how many. It'll go back and it'll show like the generations like so far back.
And
Yeah, we're
I wanna bring notice to something to everybody. Do you see these three pictures right here? These three women.
right. Exactly.
Isn't
See
this
that?
beautiful?
Let me point
Isn't
that
this
way. Let me
beautiful?
point the other way. Yes. Three different
Yes,
three
Yep.
different
yes,
races,
yes,
but we're
yes,
still
hmm
human.
Yep.
So we're
yes.
the
This
human
is
race.
beautiful. I just want to make note of that.
Well, I don't judge somebody by the color of their skin because I mean, it's like judging a book by its cover.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the best books are that have ugly covers. I mean,
hmm
honestly, let's face it. But I will judge people on their character,
Exactly. Before anything
So
else.
exactly.
And that's
It's like
yeah.
I'm
And
not gonna
people
judge you.
mm,
Mm-mm.
like some of the best people have some of the best looking people have some of the worst personalities. So you always have to go by
Yeah, don't
character.
they? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I have no idea why, but yeah.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, those they're self-centered and it's like they don't care about other people and it's like, we can't be friends. So
So
sorry.
uh, Beth
You
says
have a
she
black
has.
heart.
I know. Beth says she has a 30-year-old, 20-year-old, 21-year-old, and now a 4-year-old with autism, and his 2-year-old sister. Not sure if she's autistic yet, just so hyper. And then she said, "This grandma is old." Um, and then she
Aw.
says, "All." Then she says, "All beautiful ladies." Thank you.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
thank
Much like that.
you.
Very beautiful as usual here at Autism and Us.
That's
Yes,
right,
and it's just
Veronica.
yeah. That's why I always like to see a lot of people on here because it's such I like to meet the people
Thank
and then
you,
I like to
The
Melody.
diversity.
see the
I
variety.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. It's very
And we're
diverse.
all
I
from
love
different
that.
places.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it goes to show you that autism doesn't just affect one type of person.
Right.
It affects groups of people. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's not. It's kind
We lost
of,
her.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear freezing.
You
Oh,
lost
okay.
me?
Yeah, for a minute.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, for a
Am I
minute,
there?
yeah.
Okay. No, so I was saying that autism's like cancer. It doesn't discriminate on who it gets.
Right. Exactly. Yep. That's
So
true.
There's no boundaries. Right?
we as autism loving people should not discriminate against
Mhm.
other people. That's my
Mhm.
opinion on life.
Yeah. What you got? You gonna give your mama a piece? I guess not.
Okay, there we go. Autism does not discriminate, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
Whether,
Yeah.
like, you see certain places are less likely to diagnose it or less likely to have treatment and therapies for it or try to ignore it, that doesn't
Right.
mean that it's there less, though.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, everybody. It has been nice. It is almost 11 o'clock. Oh, we did good. Almost 2 hours. What time did we start? About 9? A little after 9?
Started after, yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, it was maybe 10, yeah, 9:20.
Yeah.
Okay, Terry Ann. Let me leave thank you for everything. Let me know what the new page is that you'll be going. God bless you, ladies, and help us people. Okay, Terry Ann. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you.
And if Pam, if you're still in here, I'll jump over there, or one of us will jump over there and see it.
Okay.
Okay.
So I just want to let everybody know, thank you. We appreciate you, and we'll try to be on time on Sunday.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your week. Have a good night.
Thank you, Michelle. See you
Stay
guys
safe.
later.
Bye.
Bye.